So, more information, more information, more information. So, this is about Collin Gosselin. Um, it was reported that he was sent away by his mother, Kate, which I'm trying to figure out why and understand why. Based on what I read, it still doesn't make sense to me why she would send her child away, other than the fact that she has multiple children and maybe the stress is just getting to her, dealing with a kid who might be a little, defiant maybe. And that's normal for children. All kids go through phases where they become defiant toward their parents and then they come out of it and they grow out of it and they're fine. But I just think she could just be burned out. She may not have enough help with these kids. She might, have some personal issues within herself and she just can't, personally just deal with her son right now. But I just find it sad and heartbreaking that she would send him away and not try to work things out with him or not try to work through his challenges or try not to help him in a different way. So according to Distractify, I'm going to read, it says, the Gosselin family is OG reality TV as far as we're concerned. They became known to the American viewers through their now vintage reality TV series John and Kate Plus 8, which also put TLC on the map to become the successful reality network it is today. Fun fact, before rebranding, TLC stood for the Learning Channel. Anyway, since they're basically reality TV royalty, people are obsessed with keeping up with the Gosselin family over a decade since their show first aired, especially because Kate is coming back to TV with a glow-up spinoff, Kate Plus Date. Okay, Kate Plus Date. I'm kind of interested in looking into that a little more. I don't think I'm interested in her dating life, but, some of you guys are out there that may be interested in it, so we could do some further digging into that. All right, so back to the story. But one of their 8 kids in particular, Collin Gosselin, 14, is the source of tons of gossip and curiosity because he was kept conspicuously absent from the family show, and Mom Kate has been very silent on the subject of her son. Think about that for a moment. So he is, according to this internet article, Distractify, Collin is the source of tons of gossip for the Gosselin family, okay? So apparently people are asking around about, I'm sure, what's going on with the family, what things took place, what happened, what's the update so far. And I guess, when he goes to the barbershop or to school, where the facility that he's at or wherever he's going, a lot of people, I'm sure, are asking him questions and he's probably answering them and giving them answers. And I assume that's why the article is saying he is the source of the gossip. All right, so what happened to Collin Gosselin? Keep reading to find out. Okay, well, we are going to find out. Collin was sent away at age 12.
Here are the top search results.
Why is Google doing this? I didn't ask for this. This phone is like acting weird. That's why I switched from this phone to iPhone. All right, sorry about that, guys. So back to where we were at. Collin was sent away at age 12. One of the 8 kids featured on now divorced parents Kate and John's show, fans are most interested in Collin. This is probably largely due to the fact that he lived away from the family and was absent from the family holidays and events for years. That's because in 2016, Kate announced that her son was no longer living at the house. Kate went public about the fact that Collin was no longer living with the rest of the Goslins and had instead moved into a living special needs educational facility not far from the family's Pennsylvania home. Collin has special needs, she revealed to people at the time. Special needs. Based on what I seen of this kid, he didn't appear to be a special needs kid to me. I think she might be trying to cover up some things to try to make sense out of why she sent her own child away. Because a lot of us will be wondering why she would send him away. So I think that's just a part of her cover-up to justify why she sent Collin away. There's fairly fluid diagnosis of what those needs are, but he needs to learn certain strategies to help him deal with things, she continued. This has been a struggle we've had for a very long time, and it's one I've dealt with on my own. I've felt very alone in this. By the same token, it's not something that has only impacted me or him, but our entire family has been impacted. Recently, Collin started living with his dad, who most of his siblings are estranged from. That's weird. So if they are estranged from their dad, that means Kate could possibly be keeping these kids away from their father. Who knows? Or maybe these children don't have any interest in spending time with their father or being around him. Either or, something is just fishy about that. Why would they be estranged from their own father? That's something to think about. That's something to look into. That's something to question. And based on what I've seen and know about this family, I don't think these kids dislike their father in any way. I think Kate might have a lot to do with why these children are estranged from their father. I just personally believe that. I think Kate has a lot to do with that. I think Kate is making a lot of the major decision on these children's behalf, and I just don't think it's right. All right, so back to the story. It came as quite a shock to fans of the Gosselin family to learn that John, whose kids for the most part don't speak to or have any relationship with, was awarded custody of 14-year-old Collin following his release from the special needs program. It was just easier for the transition, John told reporters in December 2018. So it'd be easier for one parent to just transition him home, and he wanted to live with me, so it was easier to do it that way. He added, I'm excited to have a male around. I'm surrounded by females. Collin, for anyone who needs a refresher, is a sextuplet, along with Hannah, who lives with him and John, and Leah, Alexis, Joel, and Aiden, who don't. Twins Maddie and Kara, who are 4 years older than the sextuplets and also don't talk to John, are leaving the nest and getting ready for college. Okay, so the two older ones are getting ready for college, the twins. And let's back up here. So Hannah also lives with John. Okay. So one of his other children do live with him. That's Hannah. So Hannah and Collin lives with John. Okay, so that's the status so far. And then all the rest of the children still lives with Kate. All right. Moving on. John and his fam might be off TV, but they're very much on Instagram. So for those of you who want to get more update information or an idea as to how things are going now, visit John's Instagram. I'm going to be doing that as well. It says, we don't have to tell you that social media is where you can stay up to the moment with everybody's latest updates. For example, just 10 hours ago, John took to his page to clear up some misconceptions that Collin had been sent away for violent tendencies. Right? So, okay, John obviously cares about his children because he's trying to set the record straight about all these misconceptions about Collin, right? So if I were him, I would be doing the same thing. All right, it says the misconceptions basically are untrue. All right, John clapped back to his fan. He was there on false pretenses. In other words, wrongfully admitted. Move on from this subject. Of course, Instagram is also where we learned he is now dating one Collin Conrad or Conrad. Collin Conrad, a mother of two herself. All right, so John is dating Collin Conrad, for those of you that don't know, and she is a mother of two. All right. Good for John. He's moving on with the rest of his life. I mean, what else is there left to do, right? And from what it seems like to me, and I got this kind of vibe even from watching the show, that just there are some things about Kate that just seems fishy to me. Like Kate just seems like she's the type that just she makes a decision on impulse, and she makes a decision based on her own personal feelings, but not everyone else in the family. And Kate, I think, might be a little selfish. And that's just the vibe I'm getting about Kate. I have nothing against her at all. It's just that those are the vibes that I'm getting about Kate. That she's a selfish individual, and that she's making decisions on impulse based on how she sees fit and how no one else sees fit. All right. It says the whole family attended Collin's son's graduation from St. John University in May, and Collin took to Instagram to share his congratulations. Congratulations, Jesse, he wrote. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy to know somebody.
It's currently 1:58 p.m.
So it says, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy to know somebody kind, funny, and smart like you. You're such a great person. Follow the family on Instagram. You can request Collin here. And don't miss Kate Plus date when it premieres June 10th at 10 p.m. on TLC. I don't think I'm interested in watching Kate and her dating life. So that's all of the story that I got for now. Write about you guys' thoughts under the description box. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like and comment. I am very much interested in your comments. This is very interesting information. I really, the only reason I would watch Kate's dating show is to find out more information about how she's treating these children, and just to see if I can get a feeling of whether or not if she's doing right by these kids. That would be my only reason for watching it. Other than that, I have no desire to find out anything about Kate. I really, I just don't like the decision that she made regarding her child. To me, it's just selfish on her part, in my personal opinion. All right, well, that's all for now. More information coming soon. Stay tuned.